poor sanitation arising from the use of unsanitary or shared toilets and open defecation. The Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation, Professor Joseph Usev, who disclosed this in Abuja at the National Managed Workshop on Safety Managed Sanitation, however, stated that the government was working hard to tackle the identified concerns, outlining some of the priority areas to include food security, ending poverty, economic growth and job creation, as well as inclusivity. Now, the federal government is partnering with the United Kingdom to establish a joint technical working group for the development of critical mineral deposits in the country. Dele Alake, Minister of Solid Minerals Development, announced the partnership in a statement by his special assistant in media, Segun Tomori, on Wednesday in Abuja. Recall that the partnership followed a meeting between Alake and the UK Deputy Prime Minister Oliver Dowden on the sidelines of the Mines and Money Conference in London in December 2023. A delegation of the British High Commission, led by Deputy High Commissioner Johnny Baxter, had also paid a visit to the Minister's Solid Minerals Development on Tuesday to fine-tune details of the collaboration. Alake said that the partnership aims to culminate investment in the mining sector value chain. The House of Representatives Public Accounts Committee has slammed the Nigeria Customs Service over the non-submission of audited financial statements for the 2016, 2017 and 2018 financial years to the Auditor General for the Federation. The Controller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, who appeared with his lieutenant, was questioned during the hearing of the committee chaired by Representatives Bamidele Salam over the queries raised by the Auditor General to the Federation on the 2017 audited report. The Controller General responded to the queries that only common external tariff is remitted into the Federation account by the OAGF, while others are remitted into the non-Federation account. Now, the Kaduna State has recorded no fewer than 748 reported cases of emotional and psychological abuse and 349 cases of physical assault in 2023. The Commissioner for Human Services and Social Development, Rabi Salisu, said this at a second biannual shared learning event and dialogue session on public-private partnership sector engagement. Salisu, represented by Miriam Mwaza, the Director of Youth Development Department of the Ministry, said the data was a combination of males and females who were victims of the types of sexual and gender-based violence, SGBV, from January to December 2023 in the state. Senator representing Kano South, Suleiman Kawu, is questioning the premature removal of the substantive Executive Director of the Midstream Downstream Gas Infrastructure Fund, Mansour Kuliya. According to Senator Kawu, the sacking of Kuliya as Executive Director of the agency is unlawful, as he was not allowed to complete his 5-year term, which began in 2022. Kike Lomo Okere has details.
It is the responsibility of the National Assembly to respect its own laws.
Senator Kawu's outburst was in response to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's letter asking the Senate to confirm Oluwole Adama as ED of Midstream Downstream Gas Infrastructure Fund on Tuesday in the plenary.
Request for confirmation of appointment of Executive Director for the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, NMDPRA, in accordance with the provisions of Section 441, subsection 2 of the Petroleum Industry Act 2021, I am pleased to present for confirmation by the Senate the appointment of Oluwole Adama as the Executive Director midstream, and downstream gas infrastructure fund in the Petroleum Regulatory Authority. While I hope that the Senate will consider and confirm the nominee in an expeditious manner, please accept, distinguished Senate Presidents and distinguished Senators, the assurances of my highest regards. This is signed by Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
He started in March 2022, and it is the Senate who confirmed him. And there are so many provisions in the Act that if for any reason he will be removed or replaced for any reason, there must be a process which the executive, although he has power to appoint, but there must be a procedure in line with our laws and constitution.
Akpabio also urged the committee to look into Senator Kawo's claims and make recommendation to the Senate for further legislative action.
So the two committees, Committee on Gas and Downstream, when you are deliberating, as you are reverting to us, please take cognizance of his point of order.
In a similar development, President Tinubu wants the Senate to also confirm the disengagement of Babatunde Irukera as the Executive Vice Chairman and the CEO of the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, FCCPC. His request is contained in the letter read by the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, on Tuesday at the resumption of plenary after a 4-week Christmas and New Year break.
I hereby seek the kind confirmation of the Senate in respect of the disengagement from office of Babatunde Irukera as the Executive Vice Chairman, Chief Executive Officer of the FCCPC, with effect from Monday, the 8th day of January 2024.
President Tinubu had on January 8, 2024 sacked Babatunde Irukere as the CEO of FCCPC. Kike Lomo Ukeri, Global Television News.
Governor Sharif Oberiwori of Delta State has suspended the Commissioner for Agriculture and Natural Resources, Honorable Omon Perez, with immediate effect. He has also ordered the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Agriculture, Bennett Agama, Assistant Director, Agricultural Engineering, Oki Yintareke, and Chief Accountant, Gabriel Idiatacheko, to embark on compulsory leave. The Delta State government said the action was to enable a 7-man committee set up by the governor and headed by the Secretary to the state government, Kingsley Emu, to investigate the claims and perceived infractions related to the management of the scheme of the ministry. The police in Ekiti State say they have arrested 5 suspected kidnappers during a bush combing exercise on Tuesday. The operation was in response to 2 attacks by bandits in Ekiti on Monday, resulting in the death of 2 monarchs and the kidnapping of school children, a bus driver, and teachers. A statement by Police Public Relations Office for Ekiti State Police Command, Sunday Abutu, states that 5 persons were arrested in the forest during a bush combing operation. Abutu said the suspects claimed to be herdsmen during interrogation, but it was later discovered that none of them has a cattle and no cattle was found with them in the forest where they were arrested. The chairman of the Police Service Commission, PSC, Solomon Arashe, says Nigeria needs the right police officers with mental mobility and fertile minds to relate effectively with the public. This is contained in a statement made available to newsmen by the head of press and public relations of PSC, Ikechukwu Ani, on Tuesday in Abuja. According to Ani, Arashe spoke when he paid a courtesy visit to the Registrar of the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board, JAMB, Professor Ishaq Oloyede. Arashe said the focus of discussion during the visit was on the process of engaging JAMB to conduct computer-based tests for applicants seeking employment in the constable cadre of the Nigerian police. The police command in Taraba has announced the arrest of a suspected kidnapper, Aliyu Mohammed, in possession of 8.55 million naira and 7 mobile phones. Joseph Eribo, the Commissioner of Police in the state, who made this known on Wednesday in Jalingo, said that the suspect was arrested by mobile policemen at a checkpoint at Yagai and Jalingo bypass. According to him, during interrogation, the suspect failed to give satisfactory account of himself, and a search of his vehicle revealed the sum of 8,555,000 naira in cash, 7 mobile phones, 3 MTN recharge card, and 7 amulets. The Commissioner of Police also announced the arrest of 5 other suspected kidnappers by the command's anti-kidnapping unit and local vigilante members. Chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, Ola Olukoyede, has revealed that the anti-graft agency uncovered how a religious sect in Nigeria is laundering money for terrorists. This was as he also revealed that another religious body was found to be protecting a money launderer after some money suspected to have been laundered was tracked to the organization's bank account. The EFCC boss made the revelation on Wednesday at the Musa Yar'Adua Center, Abuja, during a one-day dialogue on youth, religion, and the fight against corruption. He noted that religious organizations, institutions, sects, and bodies have been found culpable of money laundering. The Nigerian Customs Service has arrested one Abdulrahman Ibrahim in his 50s for his involvement in fraudulent activities and impersonation of the Comptroller General of Customs and other high-ranking government officials. This was disclosed in a statement posted on the official X handle of the NCS, on Wednesday. According to the statement, the NCS spokesperson, CSC Abdullahi Mewada, on Monday, revealed that the suspect's arrest was made possible through intelligence gathered by the Customs Police Unit. The National PRO said the suspect has fraudulently lured numerous unsuspecting citizens to pay him money for the issuance of job appointment letters, thereby extorting over 1 million naira from him. You're watching AM News, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on Star Times, channel 276. Kindly follow us on all social media platforms using @Global TV NG and other handles now showing on your screen. We'll take a short break. The news continues shortly. Many thanks for staying with us. Now, if you've just joined us, this is Global Television bringing you a live broadcast of the AM News. On the foreign scene, Israel's army has begun flooding Hamas's network of tunnels as intense fighting rages in Gaza, with the UN warning of the potential collapse of the humanitarian system in the territory after a funding roll hit its Palestinian aid agency. The epicenter of the fighting in recent weeks has been Khan Yunis, southern Gaza's main city, where vast areas have been reduced to a muddy wasteland of burned-out buildings and where an AFP journalist witnessed people leaving town on Tuesday as explosions sounded nearby. The Israeli military, which has dubbed the vast network of tunnels the Gaza Metro, said that it had begun flooding the underground complexes with water in a bid to neutralize the threat of Hamas's subterranean network. Now to business. The Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, says the country has witnessed a steady increase in active voice and internet subscriptions. NCC's Director of Public Affairs, Dr. Ruben Moka, disclosed this in a statement on Tuesday in Abuja. NCC also said that there was a drop of teledensity as contained in the latest telecommunications statistical indicators released, which have been adjusted to reflect the latest population growth figures and align with the international best practices. The active voice subscription statistics witnessed marginal growth from 220 million, 361,186 to 221,769,883,000 as of September 2023. Now let's join Anthony Mamadou for more updates on sports.
Welcome to Sports News Update. Manchester United midfielder Sofiane Amrabat was sent off twice during Morocco's shock AFCON loss to South Africa. Morocco were one of the pre-tournament favourites given their historic run at the 2022 Qatar World Cup. However, South Africa's Evidence Magopa scored a brilliant opening goal in the 57th minute of the game. Morocco's Ashraf Hakimi then had the chance to equalise from the penalty spot, but agonizingly missed at Boha Mokoena ensured the win for South Africa with a 95th minute coiling free kick. However, for former Fiorentina midfielder Amrabat, the night went from bad to worse after he was sent off for a second time, following a reckless challenge he made as the last defender for Morocco. The referee was quick to award a second yellow and a red card to the player, but after a VAR check gave Amrabat some hope and his team believed they could steal an equalizer, the second yellow was upgraded to a straight red, much to the disappointment of the struggling Old Trafford star. South Africa have now set up a tasty quarter-final clash with Cape Verde, who have been in excellent form so far. Former Celta Vigo captain Hugo Malo will stand trial in July for alleged sexual assault of the woman who worked as Espanyol's mascot Periquita in 2019. The defender, who now plays in Brazil with Internacional de Porto Alegre, was previously due to appear in court at Barcelona's court last year, but the case was postponed and now enters its fifth year after the charge was first brought against Malo. The alleged incident took place in April 2019 when Celta Vigo traveled to Catalonia to face Periquitus at the Stagefront Stadium, and footage appears to show the former captain, who was leading the player out onto the pitch, linger in a seemingly tight embrace with the mascot. In her victim statement, the individual, who is referred to as Anna but has upheld her right of anonymity, said that Malo had grabbed her breast after reaching under her mascot suit. Neymar has reportedly demanded a DNA test after claims he is set to father a third child with a third different woman. Report emerged in Brazilian outlet Portal Les Dias that Neymar had an affair with Brazilian model and influencer Amanda Kembele while he was still with his former partner Bruno Biancardi. The report claims Kimberly is now 4 months pregnant, with news of the pregnancy coming as a surprise to Neymar. Despite the surprise, Neymar was said to receive the news with joy and wants to carry out a DNA test as soon as the child is born to confirm it is his. Kimberly hails from Sao Paulo and is best known for appearing on Brazilian dating show Are You the One in 2016, with the model getting to know the Al Hilal star soon after. And talking tennis, a report emerging from Serbia has claimed a fever was the catalyst for Novak Djokovic's shock semi-final loss at the Australian Open. Quote attributed to journalist Luka Nikolic on social media state that the 24-time Grand Slam winner was battling a fever the night before he lost to eventual champion Jannik Sinner. Djokovic looked a different player on Rod Laver Arena on Australian Day, easily losing the first 2 sets before forcing Sinner to a fourth. Following Nikolic's comments, Djokovic, many fans felt the result would have been different if the 36-year-old was at his peak fitness. Djokovic, many fans failed to acknowledge the brilliance of Sinner, who didn't offer one breakpoint opportunity to the world number 1 across 4 sets. Post-match, Djokovic himself praised Sinner before stating his court performance was subpar. And that's how we call it a wrap on the Sports News Update. I am Anthony Momodu.
And that's it on the AM News, and it came to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on Star Times, channel 276. Kindly follow us across all our social media platforms using our Global TV NG and other handles now showing on your screen. I am Queen Agaba. Thank you for watching and see you again.